Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. You're on a boat. The ship is going down. 10 boats are in front of you. There isn't a hole in one of the boats. Will there be a kid in each of the 9 boats? Or are you going to put everyone in the boat that doesn't have a hole in it? When you get to that level of belief, which by the way is very strong, there is no conviction, it's just common sense for yourself. But I would say that going all in on something does take commitment. How many chairs are you sitting on? 1. Are all of you on the chair? I'm sitting in the chair. 1 microphone is being used. It looks pretty scary. Why not try something new? Why don't? Do you have 10 mics? It's a tool. It's just using your mind to think for yourself. You can choose to own a $1 billion home in either North Korea or Zimbabwe. You'd like to own a $1 billion home in Los Angeles. You want to store $1 billion worth of gold in a safe. You want to own $200 million worth of stock in a Chinese company that the Chinese government controls. Would you like to hold $10,000 worth of Bitcoin? If you know anything about money, you know that Bitcoin is designed money that doesn't have any flaws. That's it. That is all Michael Saylor has to say about it. The markets have had a lot going on. You already know Donald Trump, that this is a famous picture. Is the election over already? It looks like, Trump is charged. He gets stronger. Trump gets shot, but he comes out better. We're not going to use this for politics. We are not going to choose between left and right. But why is it important to have this picture? Because Trump is going to talk at the Nashville Bitcoin Conference 2024. We, the Bitcoin guys, are going to be there. We were asked to come, but we have some problems. It won't be there this time. But this is a big deal because Trump supports crypto. He's already talked about it. After that, what's going on in Crypto Crew? Sean is firing back at you. I'm sorry I haven't been around lately. It's not because the market went down. That's because my wife and I were bringing in a puppy. We had to make sure little man was okay and clean up the house and do other things. That's why we value your patience. Aaron has been telling you what's going on. I'm going to get right to it now. Looking at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is number 1664. What does MicroStrategy have to do with this? And it's a channel for crypto. The company holds more than 1.1% of all the Bitcoin in circulation, so even though it's a regular stock, it is backed by Bitcoin. What do we see? This looks like it might go up. Things are still going up. You can see this macro support line. Right now, if we get back above this level and close above the $1,700 range, we'll be off to the races and definitely set new all-time highs. Could MicroStrategy be about to do something big? This MicroStrategy Extra has been getting a lot of attention. Should you hold MicroStrategy until that bonus is equal to the price of the stock? Take a look at this chart. This is MicroStrategy vs. Bitcoin over the next 3 weeks. MicroStrategy has been working its way up through the Gaussian channel, changing this from resistance to support by little steps. The channel is now red. Look, we just broke out of some kind of perfect triangle if we zoom in on this to get a better look. For sure, it's a bull pennant design. Also, where is the tentacle target that goes up to this? If you pull this flagpole from this point to this point, it will reach this support that was there when MicroStrategy Bitcoin was falling in 2017. How far away are we from that now? That's a 138% change. Could we go one step further now? If possible. In this case, we can see the Adam and Eve pattern with the V-shaped rebound and the bottom that rounds out. What if we get this rise and then run into resistance right here? We might go back and test it before moving forward. Let's look at profit part. The first one might be right here. The second one might be right here. You need to look to the left of the charts, where the confluence is, and also at this place right here for number 3. Could MicroStrategy do better than Bitcoin no matter how you look at it? Without a doubt. This resistance is a 154% move, We showed you a 340% or 500% move against Bitcoin, which is what this would be. MicroStrategy is a very risky Bitcoin play since it's not a one-to-one trade. Over the past 4 years, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy have earned more than 220,000 Bitcoin. Remember this. This shows the balance, and what did MicroStrategy do since 2014 to fight Bitcoin? We've been keeping an eye on this, and it was just pounding down against Bitcoin. It hit bottom, bounced back up, and had some kind of comeback. This could have been the beginning of Bitcoin's bear market. It didn't make a higher low or a lower low for that matter. What if this trend changes for the better? This is the chart for 3 weeks. Take a look at the 2 weeks. Take note of the Gaussian channel. It looked like the Gaussian channel turned red and fell off a cliff. We have this Adam and Eve trend going on, which we just showed you. We gave you technical goals. Now look at this, the Gaussian channel just turned green. Could we see this huge appreciation? Is this a chance that will never come up again? As of its 10-to-1 stock split, MicroStrategy is on the rise? That was just said by Michael Saylor about a week ago. Even though there's a lot going on, compare it to Bitcoin. This is Google Trends. Bitcoin is not being thought about by anyone. Then what about crypto? Not a single person is thinking about crypto. That 100 level is still a ways off. We aren't even in the bull market yet. The bull market hasn't really begun yet. Guys, the fun hasn't begun yet. We hope you are ready for what is going to happen. Instead of Bitcoin, could you buy MicroStrategy stock? We will always push for having the core asset. Hold on to your Bitcoin because that's the real freedom. You won't really own all of your MicroStrategy stock. An offline cold storage wallet and a non-decentralized market are not possible together. No matter what kind of broker you use, Fidelity, Vanguard, or another one, that's the company that will be using it. One thing you should know is that if you want to buy MicroStrategy, you should use a company like Fidelity. They do have a Bitcoin ETF at Fidelity. In this case, FBTC is the code. You can now buy their Bitcoin ETF. We're not telling you to do that, but this shows that Fidelity is buying Bitcoin. News from Bitcoin Magazine just now says that BlackRock and Fidelity now own almost 500,000 Bitcoin worth $32 billion through their Bitcoin ETFs. You can buy this on an exchange like Fidelity if you want to play MicroStrategy. This is because Fidelity is buying Bitcoin, and if you believe in Bitcoin, then Fidelity will not go away anytime soon. If Bitcoin goes to zero, that's a different story. But we don't think that will happen. There will be some risk, but you want to keep it as low as possible. It's not going anywhere, just like Bitcoin. The first Bitcoin. So have the base asset, but MicroStrategy is a great choice if you want to get a little extra leverage on your Bitcoin play. This is the last thing we have to say from RecT Capital. This is the progress of the rising market. 40%. Take a look here. We're still in this circle range. Once we get past this, which could be in a few months. No, this is a chart for 1 month. That means that each of these candles stands for a month. Once we get out of here, we'll see a 100,000 or more. We don't know how high we'll go, but a 100,000 seems to be set in stone. It's best to wait and see. But every time we get out of this, what happened in 2020? Hit some new highs. New all-time highs are set in 2016 and 2017. Get ready now. That's all I have to say about the Bitcoin bubble. If you like what you're reading, click the like button. Check out the station and show us some love if you haven't already. Thank you for your help. That's all I have to say for now. I'm leaving.